Hello everyone, I'm back from Beauty World Middle East in Dubai. It was such a productive trip as I have discovered hundreds of new perfume releases and new brands. Let's say I managed to bring with me around 30 bottles of perfumes, and aside from that, I have a lot of perfumes waiting for me as well. So having said that, there's a lot of new fragrances to talk about. So what I'm planning to do is to review perfumes per brand, and hopefully when I'm done reviewing all of them, I'm going to give you like the summary of my best of the best discoveries. What do you think of that idea? It's just that I want to be fair with the brand and at the same time with you guys, because if you watch my channel, I'm not the type who just sprays the perfume on the spot and describe it to you. I literally take time, at least a day or two, to experience the perfume before giving you my final review here in YouTube. So yeah, that is what I'm basically doing today. As you can see, I have displayed the bottles of the perfumes that I'm going to talk about today. Today is all about Orientica and Gissah. Orientica perfumes are gifted to me by the brand, while the Gissah perfumes are purchased by me. I only have 6 perfumes in today's video. However, I have tried all of these perfumes on skin already. Some I even wore when I was in Dubai because I was that impressed. And you know what? I'm just gonna spill the tea. All of the perfumes that I'm gonna talk about in today's video are bomb. I mentioned the perfumes that I received from Orientica are gifted to me. However, I chose these fragrances because they stood out to me the most. Starting with Desert Dusk, and look at that beautiful bottle. If you are with me since the beginning, you know that I'm an Orientica girly. I raved about their fragrances since the beginning because I find their perfumes to be truly of high quality, and aside from them having good quality, the performance is outstanding as well. Plus, look at this bottle. Okay, I will say Orientica bottles are one of the prettiest perfume bottles that I own in my collection. I will say they're in my top 5 prettiest perfume bottles that I own. Now, going back to Desert Dusk. This is a beautiful, soft, powdery, creamy, musky scent that I truly enjoy. I will say amongst all the perfumes that I received when I was there, Desert Dusk was the one that I was using kind of like on a daily basis because it is such an easy wear. As mentioned, it is a soft, powdery, musky scent that I'm going to categorize as more of a skin scent. This is something that everyone will like, in my opinion. Like, the vibe of the bottle is definitely the vibe of the scent that you're gonna get out of this fragrance. It is soft, it is delicate, powdery, velvety, musky, creamy scent that I am truly enjoying. If you enjoy fragrances like Angel Dust by Fugazi and Another 13 by Le Labo, then you're gonna love Desert Dusk. I would say they are in the same ballpark, but Desert Dusk doesn't have ambroxan. This is definitely a your skin but better scent. Perfect to use in an office setting, perfect to use on a daily basis, you know, when you just want to feel clean and sophisticated as soon as you wake up. The kind of powderiness that I'm getting out of this fragrance is kind of giving baby powder, however, in like a grown way. Imagine like the almond that is in Tardes by Corner Barcelona. That type of clean smelling powdery almond plus clean musk, slightly creamy coconut milk, and powdery notes. It's absolutely beautiful. If there's one complaint that I have, probably is the performance, because as mentioned, this is like a skin scent. I know that there's a lot of you who actually prefers skin scent kind of fragrance. So if you're that type, I think you will absolutely love Desert Dusk. Now, even myself is not really into skin scent kind of fragrances, but Desert Dusk truly captured me. I will never forget when I was trying their new releases. I know that I have to get Desert Dusk. Like, this was the one that stood out to me the most. I remember they have as well a coffee inspired fragrance that was too gourmand for me. Rose Eclat was kind of like giving the Lina vibes, and there was like a pistachio as well that was nice too, but I just have a lot of pistachio fragrances already in my collection. Desert Dusk is something that I don't have yet in my collection. As mentioned, this is like a softer, powdery, velvety version of Angel Dust by Fugazi without the ambroxan. This is definitely unisex, very soft projection. However, it lasts on skin and on clothes. It's just that it doesn't project that much. Once again, Desert Dusk by Orientica, and I find this fragrance unisex. Next up is Nardo Oud exclusive. I think this is also released this year. However, it's not as new as Desert Dusk. But guys, this is something that a lot of you men would love. Basically, as you see the bottle, that is the vibe of this fragrance. It is a very classy alpha male scent, in my opinion. The standout notes are pineapple, vetiver, leather, and amber. I'm also getting like a slightly animalic oud, even though oud is not listed. However, guys, I find this fragrance so sexy, and I chose it because I know that this is a kind of fragrance that my husband would love to smell like. And this is a kind of fragrance as well that I would love to smell on a man. Now, I think this is inspired by Absolute Aventus by Creed, and I haven't tried that fragrance yet. However, of course, I'm very familiar with Aventus by Creed, and yeah, let's just say that is the DNA or the backbone of this fragrance, plus that slightly animalic oud scent that I'm getting, plus like a deep and dark amber and leather. It's absolutely beautiful, and this is an extra de parfum. My husband is wearing this today, and he's like in and out of the house, and every time he comes inside the house, it seems like he just sprayed it. This is like a beast mode kind of a scent, and love it so much on a man. I find it that masculine leaning. This will definitely go on his perfume shelf. If the idea of pineapple, leather, amber, oud sounds appealing to you, then you will definitely love Nardo Oud. Performance is 10 out of 10, and come on, if Absolute Aventus by Creed smells exactly like this, I'd rather get this fragrance, guys, because this is absolutely stunning. And if you're a man, I'm sure you're gonna get compliments when you wear Nardo Oud. Once again, a beautiful blend of pineapple, leather, amber, and oud that is super sexy, but at the same time, very elegant. Nardo Oud Extra de Parfum by Orientica. Okay, last by Orientica is, I think, my favorite. I don't think this is part of their current release because this was released during summertime, because it is a summer fragrance, and this is called Azzure Fantasy under their exclusive collection, and this is also an Extra de Parfum. Now, guys, I'm wearing it today, and I've worn this fragrance as well under the Dubai heat. And what can I say? This is outstanding. Like one of the best freshies that I've ever tried this year. And that includes affordable and luxury fragrances. This is my scent of the day, and I have sprayed it since lunchtime. Now it's around 5 p.m. and the scent is still going strong, guys. Basically, this is inspired by Louis Vuitton's Imagination. So imagine that soapy, musky, woody scent of Imagination. However, this has a twist because it has added mint. And to me, it smells like a combo of Sergio's Torino 21 and Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Yes, you heard me right. Those two summer bangers that I know a lot of you love. This perfume is like a combo of those two niche fragrances. Guys, this is absolutely amazing. This will definitely be in my top discoveries from Beauty World. It's a 10 out of 10 fragrance. It's a summer freshie that lasts, okay? And all I can say is that if you love the idea of a soapy, musky scent plus ginger and mint, you will definitely love Azzure Fantasy. This is a 10 out of 10 summer freshie. The only regret that I have is that I wish I discovered this sooner, because if I did, this will definitely be my signature summer scent. Yes, it is that good, and it is unisex. This is something both men and women can enjoy, that's for sure. And yeah, I cannot wait to rock this fragrance. I'm going to Philippines for a very long holiday next year, Jan to Feb, and Azzure Fantasy is definitely coming with me. Once again, if you are looking for an amazing, long-lasting summer freshie that will make you feel instantly cool, Azzure Fantasy by Orientica, one of my best discoveries from Beauty World Middle East this year. Lasts more than 8 hours, and projection is almost beastly. I won't really say that this is a dupe of Imagination, because as mentioned, this is like Torino 21 plus Imagination. This is like a standalone fragrance. In my opinion, love it so much and highly recommend it. Now, I'll be talking about my favorite Kuwaiti niche perfume house, Gissah. The brand didn't participate in Beauty World. However, I know where to get them in Dubai. So I went to Dubai Festival City and visited their booth and, of course, purchased some fragrances. And this time I purchased 3. If you watch my channel, you know how much I love Akoya from Gissah, right? I discovered Gissah in my Dubai trip last February. And from then on, I know that it is a must visit perfume brand every time I come to Dubai. So I went and checked if there's anything that I will take home. And I came home with these 3 lovely scents. Now, let me talk first about Gala. And I only have 50 ml because I think this fragrance is only available in 50 ml. It's not available in big bottle. But to be honest, guys, 200 ml is too big for me because I have a big collection. Anyway, guys, let's talk about Gala. Now, my friend Petya, Sensual P, in TikTok was harassing me to try Gala from Gissah. Okay, we have the same taste in fragrances, so I trust her. And guys, Gala didn't disappoint. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I first tried it in the booth, I was like, it's okay. I'm kind of reminded of Blanche Bette without the heavy tuberose. Like, you know, it's floral, powdery, gourmand. However, guys, I was told by the sales staff of Gissah that Gala develops differently on skin. And boy, he was so right. This is absolutely stunning, okay? It definitely smells different from paper compared to skin because there's something about this fragrance that feels so velvety. Let me read you the notes. It has lime, almond, jasmine, orange flower, vanilla, and cashmere wood. The opening smells floral, and the kind of floral that I get from here is kind of like orange blossom with a slight touch of tuberose. It is the orange blossom that is more prominent in here, just in the opening. And then as it dries down, guys, there is this clean smelling powdery almond, subtle sweet vanilla, and cocooning cashmere that smells so addictive. It is like a clean smelling powdery almond plus like a very cozy and cocooning cashmere. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna categorize this fragrance as a floral, powdery, slightly gourmand scent that I am loving so much. Petya, you didn't disappoint. Performance is outstanding, just like any other Gissah fragrances. If you've tried any Gissah fragrances, you know that they are like in a beast mode level, okay? I will say with Gala though, it can be beast mode if you overspray. However, it is very long lasting fragrance that I just truly adore. The vibe of the color of the bottle is the vibe of the scent that you're gonna get out of this fragrance. So if the sound of a powdery almond, sweet vanilla, and cocooning cashmere sounds appealing to you, then highly recommend you checking out Gala. Very long lasting, and I find this fragrance feminine leaning. All right, next up is One and Only. And guys, this was love at first sniff for me at the booth. I love it so much to the point that I used this fragrance when I went on a night out with my girlfriends when I was in Dubai. Yes, with my girlfriends in Dubai because I used to live in Dubai, so I have many friends there already. Anyway, we went for a ladies' night at a rooftop bar, and One and Only was my scent of the night. And guys, this is absolutely beautiful. And I was quite shocked because this is more of like a floral fruity scent. And if you watch my channel, you know that it's not my kind of scent profile. However, I find this fragrance to be so luxurious smelling that I think like it is my kind of floral fruity scent. It has very prominent passion fruit, peach, caramel, ambergris, patchouli, and jasmine. The kind of patchouli here is very clean, you know, I won't say really earthy, but kind of like green. The peach and passion fruit, I will say, are very stand out along with that signature caramel of Gissah. In my opinion, there's something about the caramel note of Gissah that just stands out. I find it very unique because it's not sticky, gooey. It is very sweet. However, it's light and airy. I find that caramel as well prominent in my Akoya. So the caramel that is in One and Only is the same like in Akoya. So if you enjoy that kind of long lasting, however, light and airy caramel in Akoya, you will like One and Only as well. But of course, One and Only is more of like a floral scent. Now, what kind of floral am I getting here? I will say I'm getting here like orange blossom. Now, orange blossom is not listed in the note breakdown, and instead it has geranium flower. Probably that's why I describe the patchouli here more on the green side because of the geranium, I think. Yeah, but to me, this is more of like sweet orange flower, passion fruit, and peach. It is very feminine, very elegant, and sophisticated. In my opinion, this is definitely giving luxury Dubai vibes. That's why I decided to use it as my scent when we went for a ladies' night in a rooftop bar overlooking Dubai skyline view. I would say it's in the same ballpark as Dolce Melodia by Sospiro, and I have Dolce Melodia. I have compared them side by side. Yes, they have like something similar, but not really redundant because One and Only is more floral, while Dolce Melodia is sweeter, and it also has that distinguishable saffron, which One and Only doesn't have. I love this fragrance so much that I think I love it equally like Akoya and the last fragrance that I'm going to talk about. My girlfriends complimented me that night, and they even sprayed this perfume on them because they said that it smells amazing. I'm telling you, this is not like an ordinary fruity floral scent because it smells very luxurious. In my opinion, performance is 10 out of 10. It lasts more than 8 hours. Yeah, once again, One and Only. I only have a 50 ml, but I think this is available as well in 200 ml. Highly recommend it, guys, especially if you are the type who's into sweet, feminine, sophisticated scents. I would say my favorite feminine scent from Gissah. All right, last but not the least is my favorite discovery as well because, guys, I think I found my favorite fruity perfume ever. And if you watch my channel, you know that I'm not really into fruity fragrances. However, Tango by Gissah blew my mind. This was another love at first sniff at the booth. So One and Only, plus Tango was like wow factor. The first time I sprayed it, my eyes rolled at the back of my head. And the moment my eyes went back in front, I told the staff, yes, I'm getting a full bottle of this. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Let me read you the notes. So it has mango, orange, pomelo, caramel, once again, like that Gissah caramel, jasmine, vanilla, sage, amber, and cedarwood. Now, the most prominent notes to my nose are mango, orange, pomelo, caramel, and amber. It is absolutely beautiful. And this is not your typical fruity kind of scent. This is a luxurious fruity fragrance. The amber that they use in here is not like a dark resinous amber. I will say a light amber. It is blended to perfection with the mango, orange, and pomelo in here. Truly the best fruity fragrance that I have ever tried. Why? Because this is extremely smooth. I know that it is fruity, however, it doesn't have that tartness or like tanginess of fruits. It is extremely well blended. Truly a luxurious smelling fruity scent without having like a dark and resinous amber or oud in the base. The caramel sweetened up this fragrance into perfection. It smells like a luxurious holiday. How come I only discovered this now? Okay, how come? Because nobody has talked about this fragrance yet. I didn't see any review about this fragrance yet. And actually, before visiting the booth of Gissah, I've already checked the fragrances online, okay? And Tango already caught my attention. So yes, I trusted my gut. This was like an instant love for me. A beautiful and luxurious smelling mango, orange, and pomelo scent that I highly recommend. A sweet fruity scent that smells sophisticated. Like, how can a fruity fragrance smells like sophisticated? Yeah, that's Tango. Yeah. It also has that particular caramel of Gissah. It's stunning, guys, stunning. And this is just the best tropical fruity perfume that I have ever tried. And I'm going to Marrakesh, Morocco next week for my birthday, and I am planning to take a decant of Tango because yeah, this is definitely like my vibe. If ever I have to produce like a fruity perfume, it will be Tango by Gissah. Performance of this fragrance is 10 out of 10. Lasts for a very long time, more than 8 hours, and when you spray on clothes, it will last forever. And it is unisex, however, I find it more feminine leaning because of its sweetness. All right, so that is the first part of my Dubai perfume haul. How did you find it? Did anything spark your interest? I'm telling you guys, all of these perfumes are winners for me. Not even one letdown. Now you have to watch out for my upcoming video as I will be reviewing all the new Kadlaj perfumes, okay? And I have 7 of them. Guys, very interesting too. So watch out for that. And yeah, that is the video for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already. And yeah, see you on my next one. Bye.